Honda with a dead battery again. Somehow Honda has an issue putting these tiny batteries in his car. It's Group 51R, I believe. So this time I have a Group 35 sitting on the shelf that I'm going to fit in this car. This could probably do a lot better. It has over 100 cranking amps more than this battery. So should fit in here with a slight modification and a new tie down. But let's get cranking on it. We always remove the negative first. I already took off the tie down. So the battery pan gonna have to come out with a slight modification. Got 3 10 mils there, needs to come out. 1, 2, 3. Put up quite a fight, but you just have to pull it back there like that and it comes off. Stuff like that. Then this pipe here just wiggles out, just wiggle back and forth, and it'll come right out. It's just threads in there and threads in there. Now the battery tray has 2 screws there and another 2 screws right there and there. I'm gonna take the lower ones first. You can actually see it through there. Yeah, it's too dark, but there it's gonna come on, and it's 12 millimeters. The second bolt is located right there. You can reach it with a long extension going through here and straight into there, no problem. And I also realized that those bolts under here, you don't actually have to take them out. What you do, you just loosen them and then take off the top ones and it should be good to go. You need a flathead screwdriver of some sort to pop this clip here out. And this should just pop right up. It comes right loose like that. Just stack that on the side here. You don't want to disconnect it. Should come right out. Yeah, it comes right out after you unclip the wire. Alright, here it is. And here's a view from below. As you see, you don't need to take those all the way out. I took one of them out, but here's that one screw right there. You can just have it ready, and I'll put the other one back in again. That's here. So when it goes back in, we'll just thread it on instead of. So I've actually already done this mod to my car, just redoing this to show you all how to do it, but originally this piece here is bent up. This piece here is bent up. What you need to do is you need to put them in the vise, hammer them flat, because the width here is too tiny to fit the Group 35 battery. But if you do it like this, it'll work perfectly with the new tie downs. And this is just a wire attachment, so it doesn't matter if that one is bent like that. See the difference in size in these two batteries? This old one has 410 cold cranking amps. This new one has 550. So it's a significantly better battery. And here's the fastening, just for reference. This used to sit here. It used to be plenty of room on that. But when you put this larger one on, you have to hit that down to be able to fasten it. So I'm going to use this one here and this one there to fasten it. Alright, it's reinstallation. So we just line these holes here down with the bolts that don't need to be. You just line these holes here with the bolts that don't need to be out, just to make sure that they're in there. Make sure that the washer is on the, not in between here, and then we'll fit the two bolts. And the tightening on the other bolts on the other side here. Just stick your long extension 1/4 inch in there, and it will tighten nicely up there. Then expansion tank. It's just right in like that. And the last bolt's down here. I'm gonna put the shorter extension on that one. See the this is the one lid that we beat down, but that's the only thing that does is to keep this cable clip there. So that's okay like that, no problem. So now I'm gonna go ahead and drop in the new battery. Oh, wait a second, let's put on the air pipe first. It's probably better. So the air pipe here comes down to the screws this way. wiggle it back on again, on there, and then back on the air box here. And it's getting fastened down here with 2 screws here. So we didn't modify these screws holes here in any way, so these should be fine. So this bracket here holding the positive tip cable needs to be bent a little bit longer. So see where it's rusted? It needs to be bent so it comes a little bit further away, but not a big deal. Alright, I found the nut there. Alright, ready to install the battery. Wiggle the new battery in. Alright, it's tight, but it works. Alright, the old tie down thingies. Get it in the hole down there. So the only thing you're gonna have to buy to do this modification is this any tie down. So I picked this up from eBay for $10. And the last tie down is this one that we bent on there. Gonna move the battery on there. Alright, that's plenty. Sure, got a little bit of clearance everywhere. Only thing left to do now is hook up the positive first. Negative after. So this here modification, not sure why Honda delivers these cars with the tiny batteries, but it's most likely cheaper. But if you go to buy this, the Group 35 is actually in the store is actually usually cheaper. So you get a, in my opinion, much better battery, cheaper. Only thing you have to buy is a new top of the tie down. Everything else fits right on, and I think you're gonna have a battery that lasts much longer than the tiny one that's in there from the factory. To compare these battery specs from the same manufacturer, let's go and look at the wall mount. It's the original battery, Group 51R. It has 500 co-cranking amps, $150. The alternative that we put in, Group 35, 640 co-cranking amps and $140. So, my opinion, it's a much better battery that's cheaper. If you're gonna go all in, you can buy the AGM version of the not necessary, the car was not delivered with this, but this has the same cold cranking amps, a little bit better warranty, has a 4-year warranty instead of 3-year, $180. But this one is not necessary. This one has plenty for this car, but it's a better battery. It's a better battery, so if you have money for it, possibly a better investment.